What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of Beyond the Diamond Podcast here on the Apollo Podcast Network. Brian Lalima, Apollo Dez, producer Josh behind the camera. Astros coming off of a sweep of the Angels, but dropping one to the San Diego Padres last night on Monday night as we record this on Tuesday. Dez, Josh, good series over the weekend. Tough one last night. Yu Darvish pitched well for the Padres. Couple of, what they have. The Astros had 6 hits. I think 4 of those were singles. 5 of those were singles and only 1 extra base hit. Spencer Arrighetti, pitch count got away from him. But we're going to start with a positive note. There's 12 games left in the season. The Astros have a 4-game lead. And Dez is not worried at all. Dez is worried, Josh. Dez is worried. Look at him.
Yeah, why are you worried? Why are you
I don't know.
worried?
Just things get a little tighter around this time of the year.
You know what they say about pressure?
Makes diamonds.
Yeah, there's that too. But yeah, that's what I meant. I don't know where I was going with that, to be honest with you. But yeah,
Good thing I bailed you out.
Are you worried?
For you.
I'm not worried.
Concerned?
No, ask me in a week. Ask me after the Angel series.
He's worried, dude.
It just feels like we keep, like, right when they're about to go after the 2-seed or make a run, we just fall into this series where they line up 1-2-3 and we get like a 4-5-1 or 5-1-2. Like, it just seems like we never can like fully get going because we always catch a team, which the Padres were facing their 1-2-3. Darvish, Michael King, and Dylan Cease.
8-7 on the month.
Yeah, it's.
So you're concerned?
No, I'm not concerned. I'm not concerned. I'm at a 5. 1 through 10, I'm at a 5.
Okay.
I'm at a 5. Maybe 5.5. Just
So what does the lead need to be after the Angels series going into the Mariners series for you to be comfortable?
Okay, so
I mean, just let me eliminate Seattle with 1 win.
okay, so you have the
So
Padres.
you want a big lead.
The Astros have 2 more with the Padres. Then they come back home for a 4-gamer against the Angels,
Yeah.
and then they host the Seattle Mariners for 3, and then 3 in Cleveland.
Yep.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay, so yeah, where does the lead need to be after the Angel series?
I would like the division to be okay. You need to win 1 or 2 in the
Okay.
next
Going
six,
into
going
that
into that Seattle series.
So it would
Gotcha,
need to
okay.
be a what would that be, like a 4 or 5 game lead?
Yes.
Still?
I just think you obviously have the math on your side. A win and a Astros win and a Seattle loss eliminates 2 games on your magic number every single time.
Yeah.
Where the same result only does 1. So obviously go Yankees this week. I hate saying that, but I just handle business. Handle business.
Can't believe you even just said that.
Well, I mean, I honestly want the 2 seed. Like the thing is, you want the Yankees to win, and you want the Twins to win to beat Cleveland, just so you have a puncher's chance. But then again, like that's a perfect world. I think we're at like 90% chance we're playing the wild card series. At least you would know to bench Hunter and Framber for that Cleveland series if that's already wrapped up. Like, I just don't want any questions going in to where it could mess up your plans for October.
Yeah, that's
how you set things.
Yeah, we're gonna have to like shift our. They need to lock up the division so we can shift our focus into like rotation. Who's gonna pitch? In that last series if needed. And then looking into the wild card series. Look, man, wild card series are something that we're not used to here in Houston, like at all. And it's a 3-gamer, dude, and it's a different animal, man.
I'm a mess when it's a 5-gamer
because it does so many different things. Like, okay, you win 2 out of or you win the first 2, you sweep that series, you're still a couple of days after that, you got to go right back after it. That's the best case scenario. Let's say it goes 3 games, then your rotation is all kinds of I wouldn't say screwed up, but it's going to be different, man, because.
And then you only have a day before game 1 of ALDS starts.
Yeah, and you're
on the road.
And there's that too. And then after the regular season ends, if you're in the wild card, you get a day off, and then boom, the wild card starts the next day.
Honestly,
there's so many different variables going into a wild card series.
Maybe that's what the team needs. Obviously, the Rangers this formula didn't work for them last year when they were in the ring.
Dude, they beat the brakes off of.
They had Baltimore.
They had Tampa Bay in the wild card series, and then Baltimore.
Yeah, they won 5 in a row.
So maybe that's what this team needs. Just that little no days off and just keep going. I don't know, but also
that's
like
what the Diamondbacks had too. Both wild card teams last year.
I do. The one thing I'm not worried about. What I actually do like is down the stretch, you're playing some really good teams that are still in it. Like the Padres obviously are scrapping for wild card position on the. They can maybe backdoor the NL West.
What are they? 3 out, I think.
They are
3.5 out. I think they're 3.5 out of the Dodgers.
3.5. And so you have teams. Obviously, the Seattle series they're playing for their lives, and then the Cleveland series they're playing for the 2 seed. So I like that. You kind of have pre-playoff matchups before playoff start.
Yeah. It's meaningful baseball down the stretch.
But I think this team has showed you this past weekend that they're not going to play with their food. They did what they had to do in Anaheim, and that was a sweep. And it was pretty impressive. Got a little sweaty on Sunday, but it was a pretty impressive series win.
God, dude.
Just went to work.
Yusei Kikuchi is so good. And I loved what he said. You guys see what he said after the game? How he wanted to make sure that like the fan base knew that Dana Brown made a good trade.
Yeah.
I fucking love that.
Is you say on Twitter?
Dude.
You say you got a burner account,
man, dude.
I think saying that as you have a graphic underneath it saying Astros are 8-0 in his starts, I think proves it.
Yeah.
I think that's fine.
Yeah, I
you
just
want the take right now.
What's that?
You say clinches the division against Seattle.
Okay,
his former team.
Yeah,
baseball finds a way.
Yeah, that's true. There's no question about it. Baseball does find a way. Baseball gods are real. I feel like every outing that he has had, there's always like that one inning where you're like, ugh, things are going to go, awry. And then
he almost falls in love with the fastball.
And they just don't. Like he figures it out.
He's a gamer.
Yeah, man. And the utilization, I mean, we said it time and time again. The utilization of his changeup and then being able to throw his slider and then obviously the upper fastball, upper velocity fastball. Like, dude, he is just an absolute grinder, man.
He does everything for strikes.
Everything. Dude.
Everything's a strike.
And you know what? Like and I think like his first 3 or 4 starts where he couldn't get out of the 5 2/3 innings or whatever it was, there was always that one inning where dudes were fouling fastball after fastball after fastball off because everything is in the zone. But dude, just his ability to locate his changeup, use it as an out pitch, but also use it as kind of just a get me over for a strike one, and then throwing his slider more and controlling that. And then obviously, like I said, just locating the fastball. I mean, dude, it's been a beautiful thing to watch. And again, for whatever reason, like whatever you want to say about Josh Miller and Murph and Joe Espada and this entire coaching staff, when pitchers come here and they struggle, they fix them. They find something that automatically helps them in their very first start. And for us, or for Yusei Kikuchi, it was the changeup. And again, what the fuck was Toronto doing? Why were they not letting this man throw his changeup more? Is that like what's Alejandro Kirk? Like, Bubba, come on, man. Look, I know you're a little. Come on. What are we doing, dude? Have some feel. Have a little wherewithal.
Up to this point,
he's
I
a
still
lefty.
don't know.
What lefty doesn't throw a changeup?
Yeah, I mean it's the slider too. Like the fastball
there's
slider.
that too. But like,
I think it's just organizational stubbornness.
Like in philosophies,
they just like, this is what should work. We're not going to change our philosophy pitcher to pitcher and like not work to their strengths. Instead, we're going to make them work to our philosophy.
Yeah,
instead.
It's crazy. That's why they underachieve every single year.
But if I'm any team and I get a phone call from the Dodgers or from the Astros, I should just be like, okay, I'll listen to you, and then be like, what are we doing wrong that they see?
Yeah.
Like it seems over and over again, those two organizations, the Rays as well, when they make a call on a player, they totally unlock them. And I just don't understand why organizations just be like, no, we're good. And then try to figure out for like a week and then go back and be like, okay, we can figure it out. Here we go. Yeah. Like just give me a week in between to like try to figure out like what they see that they don't. Because he's been pretty freaking damn good.
Yeah, he's been really good, man.
He's in the same breath, and I saw the graphic on Sports Space City.
Sports Space City?
Yeah.
Is that a new network?
It's a new one.
Space City Home Network?
That one.
I don't think sports is in there.
There's a lot. There's a lot going on. There's a
Space City Home
There's
Network.
a sports in there. You can buy a Val.
They show sports.
There's a Val you can buy. The graphic of Yusei being in the same breath as 2018 Garrett Cole, 2017 Justin Verlander, 98 Randy Johnson.
Yeah, keep it going.
And what, 04 Clemens, 05 Clemens, whatever year it was.
Yeah. 05, yeah.
He's in the same breath as those guys.
Yeah.
Like, it could pass him up. I mean, you re-sign Kikuchi on a 2-year deal. Let's just say 2 for 35, 2 for 40, whatever it is. You won the trade.
Oh, 100%.
Like, I think right now the trade is still a loss because of prospect capital and years you gave up. But
not if they get.
But if you make a run,
dude,
it's a win.
Nah, dude.
I think it's a push
Look,
already.
man,
it's a win if he wins one playoff game. He wins 3 playoff games. That's a trade you do 20 times out of 20. And if you re-sign him, you won.
You get back to me. You get back to the ALCS this year with everything that's happened. That's a win.
Oh man, I'm
That's
worried
a
about the
fucking
wild
win.
card. I'm moving on to the wild card too.
For the opportunity to get to the World Series, you get to the ALCS. That's a win in the trade in my book. Jake Bloss, no disrespect to him, he's going to be an average big league pitcher in my opinion, which is great. Still a big leaguer. Joey Loperfido and Will Wagner, yet to be seen. Will Wagner continuing to swing it pretty well. I haven't even looked in a while. But look, I don't care. Get back to the ALCS or get to the World Series or just have Yusei Kikuchi win 2 playoff games. You won the trade.
Yeah.
Because it's about now.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, going 8-0 in his starts has been the reason why you have a 4-game lead with 12 to go.
What's one of the other sayings that you stole from me?
What
is it? It's about parades now, or something like that. What is it again?
Parades over prospects?
Nah, there's that one too. Yeah, that's 3 that you've stolen from me. It's crazy, dude. Like, I mean, unbelievable,
this is the
man.
biggest. Here
we go.
No, I'm not letting you
Here we go.
gaslight me.
I'm not doing that.
I'm not
gaslighting
gaslighting me.
Like, I want the people to know that the sayings that you have, that you make famous, originate here in the dungeon from me. That's crazy.
I love the dungeon, dude.
It's a dungeon, baby.
Pull it out.
Yeah, man. We're in the trenches
You
down
take
in here.
3 weeks off for rest, and all of a sudden you're just so
man,
refreshed
dude.
to fight.
Will Wagner's sitting with a 788 OPS currently.
Okay.
And Loperfido's sitting with a 654.
Okay.
So Will Wagner's fallen back down to earth a little bit. He's
kind of a walking barrel.
He's still
though.
very solid.
He's kind of he barrels everything.
But he's 26
But
already.
like
There's that too.
I think everybody can agree the value of Kikuchi right now is worth it.
1,000%.
Yeah.
Did want to get y'all's opinion and pulse. Verlander
I was gonna bring him up next. So
gets a win over the weekend.
Yes, he did.
5 innings, 4 hits, 2 earned, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts.
Yes, he did.
okay.
It's the Angels, Josh. Why are you acting like he went against fucking the 90 All-Star team?
Look, man. Like,
I'm just saying I laid out a 3-step plan, and step 1 has happened.
You notice? So let's peel the curtain back a little bit. Do you notice how there's one spot where the sun beams in and Josh, for whatever reason, won't move out of that spot?
That's where my
He's like a vampire, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, the concerning part for me moving towards October, and I think we talked about this in the group text, is, or maybe we talked about it on the podcast or live show, I can't remember, but is the strikeout numbers. You have to have big strikeouts in the postseason. The postseason is about moments. It's about momentum, in-game momentum. It's about big plays.
Oh, punching a guy out and getting an out like in a big moment.
You have to be able to get that big strikeout to shut down the momentum, whether that be where you a leadoff double and then you get a strikeout or whatever it is. Like, that shuts the momentum down, man. Like, it changes innings. Big strikeouts change momentum in games, especially in October. And if you can't, this is
You're getting fired up, dude. Why are you yelling?
Because
why are you yelling? He's turning green.
No, dude, because I'm like I'm trying to stay away from the back of the baseball card.
Oh,
because for the long time,
I hear that every Wednesday.
I believe, from Dan Brown. I believe in Justin Verlander and the pedigree that he has, and we had that discussion about a month ago. And I'm gonna give Des credit where you talked about Justin Verlander's not in your playoff rotation, right? So I was on the opposite spectrum of, I was like, yeah, dude, it's Justin Verlander. Now I see the stuff, I see the numbers, I see the lack of location. I just, dude, like, I get kind of passionate about it because it's Justin Verlander, and yet you can't have a Justin Verlander going out there and pitching to contact. That's not him.
No.
You know what I mean? Like, you can't.
That's where I'm, yes.
You can't have a Justin Verlander pitching to contact. Like, what are we doing here?
This is where I'm at. I think Justin Verlander, and I think I sent it to y'all. I think he did enough on Saturday to move on to Josh's phase 2. Okay.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said. That's exactly what I said he would do.
It wasn't.
Yeah, you said that last week.
But this is where
this next starts everything.
But this is the flaw to your phase. his next start's going to be against the Angels again. So he's getting cupcake starts. Granted, to get going is the thing, but it's almost like being on a graded curve scale. If he dominates the Angels, it's the Angels.
Well, either way, his last start would either be the last game against the Mariners or it'll be against Cleveland. So either way, his last start is the biggest test.
Correct.
I just wanted these next 2 starts to ramp him up to that last start, and that's everything.
But if he doesn't 5 innings, 2 earned, and 2 strikeouts give you warm and fuzzies to start a game 1 potential ALDS?
No, I'm not saying it is.
But it's enough to get to phase 2.
That's the step 1. I was thinking he would go 5 innings, just about what he did. I actually was thinking he'd probably give up. A little shaky start. I was thinking he'd give up like 4 runs. Five innings, 4 runs.
Walks?
8 of 9 to start, balls.
Yeah, man.
You could tell he was a little.
But he's working. He's clearly working through it. He's clearly working through it. That's why I was like, this is step 1. This next start's everything. It's against the Angels again.
Yeah.
His next start after that start is going to be against a tough team. He should be able to go out this next start and go 6 innings, allow 2 or less runs. I'll be happy with like 5 Ks.
So in the playoffs, 5 innings, that's twice through the lineup?
Maybe.
Unless you're just absolutely cruising.
Maybe. If you're pitching to contacts, probably.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny. I'm on his Savant page. It says similar pitchers to Justin Verlander based on velocity and movement. 2024 Jake Bloss. That's very poetic.
That's very
But
poetic.
I will say this. Justin Verlander has seen every hitter. He's seen every scenario. That does carry weight when you're making decisions on who's starting what game. I said he did enough. I need to see more on his next start against the Angels. I want to see him dominate.
Right now, if you look at their starts back to back, JV's and Spencer's last night. Spencer last night was worrying me a little bit too.
His last 2 starts have worried me.
So it's like,
you know who hasn't worried?
What are your options?
Yusei Kikuchi?
Well, yeah.
Renell Blanco?
He
looked really good over the weekend.
I think you flip-flop where Renell's starting and Spencer's
I think Renell is starting to emerge as the other option other than JV for that game 4.
This is kind of where I'm at. There is the organizational history of cross-training the guys to be piggybacks. Mm-hmm. Spencer came up in that mold. I think it's going to pay dividends this October.
Yeah.
Because it's not foreign to him. He's done it before. Yeah.
I think his stuff plays a little bit the best.
I think both do. I think, but Renell's looked really good since they went back to the 6-man.
Yeah, he got some rest.
I think you can go. Yeah, imagine that resting an arm when he's at career highs. I think Spencer could be that. I'll keep saying that Brad Peacock.
I feel like
that bridge guy.
I feel like Eric Getty, his stuff plays better coming out of the bullpen.
He just can't be too hyped up
in the playoffs.
He can't. Yeah, he just can't be too hyped up.
And I feel like Renell Blanco's stuff plays better as a starter in the two times through the lineup.
I like that.
I think it's
Getty.
Yeah, Renell. It's like let him start, let him go until you start seeing that fatigue in his arm, and then you're like,
that's
okay,
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And I just feel like just with. Dude, the ability for Spencer Arrighetti when he's right with the way that he throws that sweeper, dude, coming out of the pen after you're seeing change-ups from Renell Blanco.
Yeah.
I just think of pitch sequencing and changing things up. Like I would like that, but I feel like, okay, let's say the scenario is the Astros are going to play in the wild card, and it's a 3-game series, and it takes all 3. Who starts game 1 of the LDS?
Justin Verlander.
It's Justin Verlander.
Yeah, if that situation happens, you're probably bringing Spencer out of the pen at some point in those 3 games.
Yeah,
probably Ronell too, maybe. So
at that point, it's in a 3-gamer. You're not even worried about ALD. You'll figure that out.
Right.
You use everything.
You win now, and then you figure that out. But I just feel like I think
JV's he's not on that roster
for the wild card.
Yeah, he's not on the wild card roster because you need.
There's no point. What?
Yeah. So you have another bullpen arm.
Yeah, you have another bullpen arm for sure.
I think, and this is why I want to somehow backdoor that 2 seed. Because if you're in a 3-gamer, you're gonna go Framber Hunter, right?
Yeah, Framber Hunter. You say
they're not gonna be available until game 3, game 4 of a DS.
Yeah.
So then you have to go on the road in the scenario to Cleveland and just hey, we got to win one. Yep. Whether that's JV game 1 or Rennell game 2. Because Framber
and that's scenario.
No, actually, hold on. You would have Yusei game 1 if you
win
two.
If you
win 2,
if you win 2.
But if we're okay in the scenario we use
that's what I'm saying.
three.
If you had to, that's what I'm saying. If you had to go 3 games,
man,
that's why I hate the wild card.
3 games, a 3-game series and then a 5-game series. That's
brutal.
But
fucking brutal.
But if you beat Cleveland, say you get through the wild card, and you beat Cleveland game 1, their ace versus your 4.
Oh yeah,
you're chilling, dog.
You're on the road. You steal it on the road, and
you're in the driver's seat.
Cleveland's doing all this without Shane Bieber too. It's crazy. Good for them.
Their manager Stephen Vogt.
NAI.
Love it, man.
He's a good skip.
Yeah, he'll be manager of the year.
He'll be manager of the year.
He'll be manager of the year
for sure.
Yeah, I think. I think Joe Espada will get some votes too, just because of all the injuries and
he deserves votes.
Oh, absolutely, you should. Yeah, and whether you want it, whether you like, I don't even. Do they give Executive of the Year awards in Major League Baseball?
Don't think so.
I think they do, but it's not like
it's not
a huge
broadcast out.
Yeah, it's not like a huge thing.
A lot of coverage.
I think Lunau won
he?
That once. Yeah.
Yeah, I like you can say everything you want about Dana Brown and his verbiage, and I know last week he used back of the baseball card again, and I tweeted it out, and dude, it
wasn't great for you, dude.
Yeah, I know. He said that, and I was like, oh fuck.
I love how
I just feel like he's made some really good moves.
If you haven't
waiver wire,
he's done very good.
Meticulous little moves, right? Yeah. Sucks for Ben Gamble though, man. Going on the IL.
Chaz goes on the IL.
Fucking A, man.
He was swinging it well. Ben goes down. I mean,
Jason Hayward,
baby. Speaking of outfielders, Kyle Tucker.
Yeah, back in the lineup.
Getting there.
Yeah, he's getting there.
Hit a tank over the weekend.
Yeah, pinch hit home run.
The ball he played last night.
He was playing right field too, as well. So that's a good sign.
Ball in the gap, runs down and hustles, gets the ball in. Pretty damn. He looked good. I think there'll be like mental barriers, like he's working through, but he may be closer to 100% than 80% by the end of the season.
I think so. Yeah.
So
because I didn't think that was. I thought he was going to be 100% 80%. I think now he's going to be closer to that 100%.
Yeah. I think.
So
12 more games is enough.
You want to take on Kyle Tucker? I think we can all agree that his numbers in the postseason are not very good. I think this will be the best postseason offensively for him,
buddy,
because of all of the time that he had off due to the injury.
Because every year he's had to play, especially last year, he had to play
because he's been essentially an Iron Man. He doesn't miss very many games, doesn't take a lot of days off.
Play the World Baseball Classic, and then
there's that as well. I think because of the days off, and then also he's pretty much back in spring training mode right now. He'll start to click once October starts.
I kind of have a general hot take.
I don't even know if that's a take or not.
I think it's a fair take.
Yeah.
I have a general take of the sport of baseball. I think there's going to be a shift with all these different wild cards coming up and like half the league gets in, that if the Astros do what they do this year, I think this team can win it all. I wonder if the model will change where they start resting players early on. Like that first month and a half, because if the Astros get in,
I mean, as baseball's trending that way slowly, but yeah, you're saying they would take a leap to like just sitting a dude for like 2 weeks.
You'll see more superstars sitting out the first month and a half, and I mean when I say like more off days than what they're getting.
Yeah.
So you're building up for the second half of the season essentially compared to grinding 162 from Jump Street. Because I do think baseball has this weird old school mentality of, everyone has to play 162. I want my starting franchise player playing every single game. Well, then you're gassed.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's already trending that way. I mean, there's way less players that play 162 nowadays.
Do you think, like, what will happen first? The season will be shortened, or you'll start to see players resting more? Because wasn't there a couple players, like, was it last year or year prior, maybe a couple years ago, where they were talking about they're
saying 155.
Somebody was like 162 games is just too much.
Yeah, they're.
I can see them getting in the 140s. I can see them shaving off 20.
But also, like, That's less revenue for owners. That's less revenue, TV ratings, and
that's why they'll start resting
the
them
money.
before.
But if that load management thing starts, like in basketball, you're gonna have the players' union and Major League Baseball fighting in court.
Well, you already have.
It's almost like a ticking time bomb.
Well, look at the NBA. Adam Silver came in and was like, look, we're gonna start fining you guys for back-to-back, sitting out back-to-back games. I forgot the details of that stipulation, but you can't do that now.
So say the Astros. Obviously, I'm very pro. I think they can win it all. They're in the wild card series. That's back-to-back years the wild card series team has won it.
Yeah.
So I think there's value in, and this just ties it back into why your take is, which I think is good, that Kyle Tucker's going to have his best playoff because his rest that he had due to his injury. I think we're going to see more teams shift to that model because, granted, there's 3 wild card spots now. You can
especially like June, if you have a little bit of a comfortable lead or you're in a good spot, you can say, hey, you relax, a little phantom IL.
Yeah,
I see, but I also kind of feel like in another sense that look at the wild card races right now. Like, there's some really tight races going on. So that shows me that teams are starting to be more of a. No team this year is going to win 100 games.
Yeah.
So what I'm also saying is like the league is kind of evening out. Like, of course you're going to have your Dodgers because they spent $1 billion, millions and millions and billions of dollars. You're going to have the Yankees.
If the Padres took it from the Dodgers,
I feel like you're going to have teams that are. It's more of an even playing field. So how can you can't afford to sit your guys. You can't afford to do that load management.
Yeah.
Unless you were to do it early in the season, but then also I don't know. I think
with all the wild cards, it almost feels like you water down a division title.
Yeah, you did. The Astros are going to win the division. They got to go play in a fucking wild card.
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Tough.
I'm like,
tough.
Last year's AL West division title is watered down because you lost to the team in your division in the ALCS. Obviously we hang gold pennants here and orange pennants. That's the goal. But there is a time, and there's other organizations that will hang division titles.
Yeah.
I feel
the
like
Astros used to. And then
I feel like it's a watered down pennant, and maybe I'm just saying that because I'm spoiled because you're playing in the Houston Invitational every year.
Yeah.
But look, if the Dodgers win the division title, but the other 3 wild card spots are AL West teams or the Central, like if Central's all obviously Baltimore's there.
So you're essentially saying like winning the division is kind of being diminished now because of the wild cards.
Yeah, if you're not the 1 or 2 seed, it
doesn't matter because you're still playing the wild card.
But on the flip side of that, it always has not really meant much because the goal is a World Series.
For sure.
Right. So the teams that value the division, like the Astros did in the 90s, I grew up. Three straight Central Division. I had the
and then we go get beat by the Braves in the first round, year in and year out.
That's the only situation where you value it, and I still think it does have that value. Like if you are a team, like
the Pirates, just say the Pirates.
If the Pirates won the Central this year and then lost the wild card, I think their fans would still value that division the same way. You know what I mean? I think the teams that are competing for a World Series aren't going to really value it either way anyways because it's just a stepping stone to get you there.
Okay. Well, I think even here in Houston, we have been so accustomed to them winning the AL West. It's like, oh, damn, another AL West title.
If you gave me a 2023 AL West champ shirt, there's no way in hell I'm wearing that.
No. I have one from 2017, and I've never worn it.
I have a 2017 AL West polo.
Yeah.
I may wear that on Friday just for vibes.
2017 is a little different because
that was the first time.
That was the first time they won the West. But 2018, 2019,
real quick, I want you to think about 2017. Can you believe that it's already 7 years ago? Honestly, think about that.
Yeah.
That's actually I wrote this down. Hold on.
I really it's so crazy to me that it feels like it was just yesterday that they won their first World Series. We went through Hurricane Harvey. I had just bought my first home. That was the year, September 14th, 2017 is when I bought my first home. Then Hurricane Harvey had just hit. And I remember being in my home, watching them play in game 2 of the World Series against the Dodgers. And I'm just like, holy shit, this is actually happening.
Yeah.
Now, fast forward, it's 2024 and we're about to start the playoffs. Like, it's just nuts to me. And
the time jump is blown my mind.
That blows my mind too. But then also like the sustained greatness of the Houston Astros and what they have been able to accomplish with 3 managers and 3 different GMs. And it just continues to roll and roll and roll.
I need another title. I need another parade.
And like you lose Garrett Cole, you lose Justin Verlander, who's now back, but you lose Correa, you lose Springer. I mean, I can go on and on. You lose Miles Straw.
You lose Charlie. You lose Keuchel. You lose everyone.
There's 3 players left.
Yeah,
crazy.
Like it's
and the
it's
team's
just
still competing.
And 2 that are only playing.
Crazy. Yeah.
I hope that and this is gonna sound really cheesy, but I hope like us as Astros fans like do not take this run for granted.
I think
like
everyone takes it for granted. I take it for granted.
Yeah.
I think what we have to do is appreciate this year and probably next year, but also just like sit back and be like, this has been fucking a blast.
Yeah.
Like this has been an absolute
Most teams get one year.
You get one.
Fast forward 20 years from now, when we talk about this time, not just in baseball but in sports, it's 2 teams. It's the Kansas City Chiefs and it's the Houston Astros.
Mm-hmm.
The parallels to these 2 teams are insane when you break it down.
Yeah.
Everything runs through Kansas City in the AFC. Everything runs through the Astros in the AL. But I digress.
I have a trivia question.
What'd you write down?
I had this one as a trivia question.
Oh, okay.
So I was on TikTok and I got on my feed where I was watching old baseball games, and I would say old baseball games, like 2017 games, 2018 games, 2019 games.
So those the ones where like it pops up and it says 2019 ALCS game 2 Yanks versus Dodgers or whatever.
I watch
Dude,
like
I watch those all the time.
Yeah. I
very
watch like all
nostalgic.
7,
It's
I watch all
fucking
7 minutes.
Yeah.
How old was Charlie Morton when he pitched Game 7 of the World Series
In 2017?
in 2017?
32.
33.
Charlie Morton was 33 years old.
That's crazy.
That's
so crazy.
And that was in my mind, that was old man Charlie Morton. He was 33, dog. Just fucking grinded. Oh,
that's a guy. God, I wish I would have kept him.
I saw Joe Buck.
He's still pitching.
I saw 40 years old.
Yeah.
I saw Joe Buck, or I was watching the TikTok, and it was like, 33-year-old Charlie Morton on the bump for Game 7 of the World Series. I was like, Charlie Morton was only 33?
Yeah.
And he was going to retire after that.
I thought he was like 36 or 37 then, but no.
And he's still pitching.
8-8 on the year.
Man.
At 40. Any last things coming out of the Anaheim series?
No, man, it felt good to just riff and talk a little ball, you know what I mean?
Talk shop.
Yeah, talk shop a little
Talk
bit.
shop.
No, I hate to even say like just win one in San Diego, but
I'm happy with one.
I just,
2 would be pleasant.
Win 1 San Diego, win at least 3 against the Angels,
Yeah.
and you're good.
and then root for the Yankees just tonight and tomorrow and the next day because they play Seattle.
This 3, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah. That would be pleasant.
yeah,
That would be
Magic number sitting at 10 still, I think.
9.
9.
9.
So
Yeah,
every win helps.
Every win.
dude.
We're just matching.
Yeah.
12 games left.
Who would have thought? Who would have thought?
Hey, look at us.
Look at us. Who would have thought?
Not me.
Let's do a little preview.
Let's do a little preview. This is a new segment by Quick Assist, a Houston-based company. Download the app. You can list your tickets. They do all the hard work. They list it on every site for you. They resell hassle-free, lets you focus on enjoying the game, simplify the resale process. It being a Houston-based company is really, really, really cool. They take care of it all for you, from listing your ticket on every marketplace to dynamically pricing it based on the market demand. So you don't have to you don't have to open up 5 apps. It's just all on one, and they do everything for you. So go to your App Store, Google Play Store, and download Quick Assist. And this is the Quick Assist preview segment, forecasting the rest of the week. Astros have another late one tonight. Do games count if everyone's asleep? Like if a tree falls in the woods and no one hears it?
Does it make a sound?
Yeah, does it make a sound?
Did you watch all that game last night?
I fell asleep. I fell asleep like 3 times.
I fell asleep.
I woke up. I told you guys off. I woke up around 3:30 in the morning with my phone in my hand on Space City Home Network, and I was just like, "Oh shit, the game must be on commercial break." My contacts are like stuck to my eyes, and I'm like, "Oh, we lost." Thanks. 3:30 in the morning, Space City Home Network. But tonight you have Hunter Brown versus Michael King. Strikeouts galore. Strikeouts galore. we have finally a day game, essentially, for us. 5:40 start. Framber Valdez, Dylan Cease, strikeouts galore. That closes out the series on Wednesday. Thursday, back at home, 7-game homestand, I believe, right?
Yes, 7. 4 with the Angels, 3 with the Mariners.
7:10 start, TBD on both sides, but you have to think it's going to be Kikuchi or Kikuchi, Blanco, Verlander, I would assume.
Yeah.
With Spencer probably on the back end, or I guess Kikuchi, Verlander, Blanco, Spencer to close that series.
Yeah.
I think you just ride the 6-man to
Yeah. Just write it out, man.
Pause.
Big pause. What did you just say?
what was that?
Download Quick Assist at your mobile app or Google Play Store. That is Quick Assist, a Houston-based company. They handle all your ticket needs. No longer do you have to jump in and out of apps and change your dynamic pricing. It's all at one-stop shop. And they do all the hard work for you, and you just ching and enjoy the game. That is our Quick Assist.
Quick Assist preview.
Segment of the week.
Fragment.
Fragment of the week.
Segment preview of the week.
All right. Let's do a little prediction thing. See how this goes.
Hey, I called a sweep on the last prediction.
You did.
Didn't see no social clip.
I mean, as long as
I didn't see no social clip.
I mean, as
Josh says something or Brian says DeZenzo hits a home run, there's a clip.
Oh, here we
but
go.
Dez gets another take right. And you know what? I'm not even get. Does a mailman celebrate when he delivers a package? No, it's expected of him. So I'm going to keep giving you good takes.
That's his
Go
job.
Ahead. Yeah, I know.
So this is your job.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
That's what he's saying.
Okay, just making sure. As long as it's not that stupid fucking game we played last week, I'm never playing that game again.
Hunter Brown.
So angry.
What is it? What game was it called?
Astros grid, dude.
Yeah, no. Hard pass. All right, Hunter Brown.
Hunter Brown. Predict his line.
Predict his line?
Yep. Innings, hits, walks,
I'm a little
runs,
worried.
and Ks.
A little worried.
Okay.
This team can hit the fuck out of a fastball. The San Diego team can hit a fastball. Granted, I've been saying he's Garrett Cole 2.0 for 5 months now. I am worried about tonight's start.
Weird, because I've been saying the same thing. Just another stolen valor, dude.
Stop, dude.
That's another thing I said here in the dungeon.
Stop. Just stop.
All right.
Here in the dungeon. All right, you got a line?
5 1/3. 5 hits, 4 earned, 6 strikeouts.
All right.
But I do think the Astros get to Michael King.
Say your line again.
5 1/3.
Uh-huh.
6 hits, 4 earned.
I think you changed it up.
I think
you
I changed it up.
changed it up. Josh, start this one over again. Let's try this again.
What did it?
No,
You said 5 1/3.
5 1/3.
hits,
5 hits.
4 earned, 6 strikeouts.
That's
Okay.
knock
All right.
twice. Ring the doorbell once.
All right, so for mine, I'm going 6 innings, 6 hits, 3 earned,
Okay.
7 strikeouts.
That's solid.
I think he has a solid outing tonight.
That's.
I think he has a solid outing tonight.
I'm saying
I do think it's a. Sorry, I do think it's a big launch pad. If Hunter Brown is who we all think he is,
I mean, it's a good test.
it's a very good test.
I don't know if he'll line up with the Cleveland series, so it might be his last test against a playoff team before the playoffs. I'm saying 6 1/3, 2 earned runs, 7 hits, 2 walks, 8 Ks.
So he scatters 7 hits.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
Gets to like 105 pitches and gets pulled in the 7s.
I will say this. I did not have San Diego on my championship radar.
I mean,
kind of.
They should have been on paper.
Yeah, but like with all, they get rid of Soto, then they trade for 9. I think we should have realized when they traded for 9 closers.
Yeah.
Like they have a closer coming out every inning. They let Hader walk. They're kind of. I mean, Bogarts has had a terrible year. Like all these guys that are like they paid a lot of money or are either gone or not producing. But you have Jackson Merrill hit a tank. That guy's a walking barrel.
Yeah.
Cronenworth's really good. Machado's
Jerks and
Machado.
Profar went 4 for 4 last night.
Like Profar's been crazy.
Crazy good. Luis Ariz Spencer strikes him out. 141 appearances without striking out.
How about that?
First player in 20 years.
You imagine going 141 plate appearances without striking out?
You want to know another crazy stat? The Cleveland Guardians have not lost a game while winning after the 8th inning in over a year.
Who's their closer?
Clase.
That's for Garrett.
pretty good.
That's for Garrett. We did our season long,
bro.
We did our season long prize picks.
Uh-huh.
Garrett took under 36 saves for Emmanuel Clase. His reasoning was like, I don't think Cleveland's going to win a lot of games this year. He's got like 60 saves.
Well, look at how many
like 90 wins.
How many saves does Mason Miller have? Like 30, right?
I'll check.
I think it's around 28, 29, 30, something like that.
He missed a few.
What I'm saying is,
Clase is gonna get. Mason Miller has 25 saves.
Okay, so 5 away from 30. All right.
Clase is gonna get Cy Young votes.
What does Clase have save wise?
He's at 46 saves.
Okay, so my whole point is like
a whip of .649.
Disgusting. If Mason Miller has 25 saves for the Oakland Athletics, which again, like when you're doing preseason long things, you're probably like, who the hell is Mason Miller anyways? But he's getting 25. Clase is definitely going to get 36.
Yeah. 25 and 27 opportunities.
He's fucking nasty, dude.
That plays.
And Ben Joyce?
I mean, 105.
I mean, what the fuck, man?
I want one of those. I want a guy that throws 105.
Oh, we got Josh Hader who makes 98 million, right?
He's been
Hader's
been really good.
31 saves and 33 opportunities.
Josh Hader's been very, very, very good.
I was a straight bullet.
It's just that we have to pitch him. We had to pitch him. He's 7-7 because we had to pitch him in every extra inning game. And but Hader's whips at .923.
There you go, under 1. I like it.
96 punchies, 65 innings.
I'll take it.
Yeah, all day.
That plays.
All right.
Well, you guys are very pro Hunter Brown tonight. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're a podcast of positivity around here.
Here in the dungeon.
Here in the dungeon. So the dojo. You know?
The D and BTD is dungeon.
Beyond the dungeon.
No, that's a slippery slope. Whoa. That's a slippery slope.
Yeah, what do you mean by that?
What do you mean by that?
Different kind of sponsors.
You can go Dungeons and Dragons. You can do a lot.
Dungeons and Dragon D's.
You can buy a vow. I don't
he
think
said
I would.
Dungeons and Dragon these nuts. All right, Josh, get us out of here.
This episode's brought to you by Big City Wings, Houston's wing joint, Apollo's wing joint. Today's Tuesday, 2 for Tuesday, 2 for Thursday. You get double up, bone in, bone out. Burger Wednesday. Football starts at 10:30. College football, and that's their place to be. Whether it's an Astros game, a Texan game, or whatever your favorite college team or NFL team is, go to Big City Wings at bigcitywings.com.
Watch party for the next Texans game, week 3, next Sunday. Come hang out.
We're doing that?
Yeah.
Okay. Come out to Big City Wings on week 3 Texans watch
Which
party.
location?
Marquee location.
Marquee. All right. Good deal.
Did I know this already?
We talked about it, and you said you texted Sam. So,
all right, Sam, if you're watching right now, still.
Hey, and right around the corner, fall weather, cooler weather. Couple of weeks away. The outerwear section at Coby Stevens Golf Apparel, CobyStevens.com. Right now, if you look in their super savings section, they've got hoodies that are marked down. 75 up to 75% off. You've got the quarter zips that are marked down as well. It's the best golf apparel around. It's also a lifestyle brand for everyone. They've got a fishing collection. They've got a ladies line, a youth line. They've got hats, t-shirts, polos, pants, shorts, joggers, everything you need. Coby Stevens Golf Apparel, CobyStevens.com. Check it out. Use code Apollo HOU for 25% off. Bang!
Bang. All
Bang,
right.
bang.
CobyStevens.com.
Fastball.
Thank you for watching and listening to Beyond Diamond podcast here in the dungeon. We will see you Friday for our live show.
In the dungeon.
Peace. Go Stros.
Peace. Love you guys.